Hey you guys, Kelly Frederick here. I'm a leader with It Works Global. Welcome to our weekly leadership webinar. I'm super excited to see so many people on the call tonight. And I learned something. You can only have 10 people on a Google Hangout, and that just is not enough for our expanding team. So I'm going to be finding hopefully a new avenue, a new route to go on. And as always, these are recorded, and I post the link afterwards in our team page. Sorry, one second. And yeah, and so you can view them anytime. I'm going to be making a document of all of our webinars thus far so that you can go back and watch them. And as you add new people to your team, you can go ahead and share those with them so that they can watch them. We try to make these quick. We are all busy. We're all working towards many goals. So they'll usually be around 30 minutes or so. So tonight, I wrote down, oh my gosh, let's see. This is a big, let me see backwards. Our webinars review, these are some things that we've talked about. I'm not going to review the core 4 like I usually do because we have a lot to talk about tonight and I want to still keep it under that, or about that 30-minute mark. So our webinars thus far, though, we've talked about core 4, which is an awesome system to rock your life and your business, and to balance things out so you don't feel overwhelmed. So I'm going to start core 4. That one's really important. If you don't know what it is, please talk with your sponsor and we'll get you that webinar video that we did introducing that system. We've also talked about commitment, webinar on that. We've talked about meditation, webinar on that. All of these have their own webinars. We've talked about the 30-day sprint. This is how to really rock your business in 30 days. Okay, and this is like sad and good news. I'm sorry for those of you, the call's maxed out and you're not able to get on. If you could let your teammates know who are not on, that this will be recorded. And again, I'll find a different avenue for us to go next week. That's exciting news. Sad that we can't see everyone, but really exciting at the same time. So we've also talked about steps to success and simplicity in the business. We've talked about positive focus. You guys, this is another one that will change your life. Okay? You should do a positive focus every day because I swear to you, there's something that will happen in your life that you need to focus positively on. We talked about planning and how important that is. We'll hit on that today too. We've talked about seductive sales, which is awesome in this business. We're going to touch on that as well. So those are some things we've talked about. These are going to give you tools and a system to follow as you're going about your business, and these are keys to success. A lot of you that have been on the webinars before know I get these from top dogs and people who make a lot of money. They do it, they've tried it, and it's incredible. So I want you guys to really tap into those things that we talk about so that we can be at the top with them, because that's where I want you all to be. You all deserve it. And I want to go there, and I want to bring as many of you as possible with me. So I need to use a different marker. Green is really hard to get off. Okay. So today, there are some things that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a concept called Key 4. And you're like, oh my gosh, Kelly, something else? Like, for real, this is going to give you more specific goals to hit every month, or every week, I'm sorry. And within that Key 4, we're going to talk about different concepts that you can use for your Key 4. So, first and foremost, like, you guys, I am so freaking proud of every single one of you. Those who've been in for a while and those who are new, like, this is awesome, okay? Like, amazing things are happening with your team, everyone's team, and I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel it, and today I, like, thought to myself, I'm going, oh my gosh, this is the most humbling thing to be a part of, to watch so many people's lives change in a matter of the click of a button. Does that make sense? Like, you guys, I am so humbled to be able to be a part of your team and have you guys as leaders. In my downline, we're a big family. And I'm going to cry because I cry about everything. You guys have been around, no. But really, it's humbling, and to see the excitement and the people that are coming in. I love you all. I can't even handle it. It's just great. Okay, so let's talk about Key 4. And I think you're wondering, Core 4, Key 4, what's the difference? All right, Key 4. This is something that kind of goes along with Core 4, but it's separate. This is only on the business side of things. Okay? This is to help you have more specific direction in your business. Every day we are studying and executing things for our business. We're working hard, and this is going to give us key points. That's why it's called Key 4. Key goals. And, whoa, that 4 is kind of crazy. Can you see that here? And 4 things that we're going to do in our business every week. We want to hit these goals. So at the end of the week, you should have a total of, surprise, surprise, 4 points. Okay? So 4 things. Before we get into those things that you can do, because there are various things that you can choose to do for your business, I want to talk to you about how to choose these 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. And guess what? There are 4 things to think about when choosing these key 4 things, okay? The first is what. This is not your Key 4. These are 4 concepts to help you with your Key 4. Don't get confused. I promise it's easier than it sounds, okay? Why? How? And when? Now, when planning your 4 things to do, these are the questions that you're going to be asking yourself, or your sponsor can help you too. So, the first one, what am I going to be doing? So, what am I going to do? Well, this is going to help you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, that is really sucky handwriting. Sorry about that. This is going to help you find your 1, 2, 3, 4. The next question you're going to ask yourself is, why am I doing it? Because if you cannot answer this question with that you're retaining customers, that you're getting revenue, that you're recruiting new people, that you're giving recognition, if you can't answer the 4 R's here, then it's not a part of your Key 4. Because everything that we do for our business, we want to be generating one of those 4 R's. And those are retention, recognition, recruiting, and I just blanked on the other one. Retention, recognition, recruiting, and revenue. Okay? So the next one is, how are we going to do it? How to do it. And the reason that we want to know this is because we want to be specific. Because until we're specific and clear, these goals are going to be harder to achieve. The next thing is when. When will I do it? Because if you don't know when you're going to do it, is it ever going to get done? If you don't plan it, if you don't write it in your planner, because we've all leveled up, we all have a planner, right? If we're not scheduling when we're going to be doing things, this will not happen, okay? So when we're planning this 1, 2, 3, 4 of our 4 things we're going to do, what am I going to do? Why? How? And when? These 4 things are going to help you decide those things that you're going to be doing for your business. Okay. You guys, I'm so proud of you. I can't even handle it. You guys are just incredible. Okay. Yes, Jenna has a really great question. One of those 4 R's was retention. And retention is to keep. Does that make sense? You want to keep your loyal customers by helping them, talking with them. You know, it's even greater if they can stay past 4 months. And that's also part of retention. Same with your team. You want your team to keep going and help them do things. So hopefully that answered your question, Jenna. That's what retention is. And I'll post all this in the group too. Let's see. There we go. Got my screen back up. So let's talk about things we can actually do for our Q4. Okay? I'm going to give you examples and then tell you what I do, what is on my Q4 for this week. Okay? So I'm just going to write them under only business. We can chart. We can do our steps to success, and you can even be more specific than that. Loyal customer, distributor. Okay? We want to help a new loyal customer, help a new distributor. Okay? You can also generate leads or plant your seeds. So I'm going to write generate or plant. And that just means finding new people, planting that seed of interest, of curiosity. Okay? Pull out another one of my binders here. Owning your business. Okay? You can complete a study. For example, we're all, as part of our Core 4, we're studying something like a book or personal development, network marketing book, something like that, that helps us in our business. You can also, here's the one that I love, participate or watch the webinar. You can do team bonding or building activities, whether that's talking directly with your sponsor via Hangout or Skype or FaceTime or a phone call or meeting for dinner. I know that the Missouri team, there's a couple of them that met for dinner. That's great. That's business right there. Okay, so these are just a couple ideas for you. Obviously, whatever's going to fit you and your week and your goals, this is what you're going to write down. So, for example, my key for this week is find one loyal customer, and I actually like doubled up on this one because I have some goals that I want to meet. So my number one has to do with steps to success. Sign a loyal customer and a distributor. By when? I gave myself the deadline of by the 27th, or what was it, the 26th, which is Friday. Or is that? No. The 26th is a Thursday, because that gives me 2 more days to push to the end of the month. So this is what I have. Why am I doing this? Let's see. What were our things? What am I doing? This is what I'm doing. Why am I doing it? Well, this has to do with revenue. This has to do with recruiting. Okay, do you see how that's working? How am I going to do it? Well, I'm going to be generating leads. I'm going to be talking to people. I'm going to this, that. Does that make sense? When am I going to do it? By that date. Now, have I done those things? Actually, yeah, I've actually done all of those this week. Okay, so the next one on my personal thing is chart. Now, I chart like all the freaking time right now because our team's going so fast. I want to see where everyone's at so that I know where to help. So chart, what do I want to chart? Well, for me, I want to chart my diamond. Okay, and let's see, here it is. How am I going to do it? I'm going to make a chart. I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to use my eSuite. When am I going to do it? Well, I do this a lot, but my final chart of the week will be by the 26th, and then I'll do it again on the last day of the month. Okay? Next, my key 4, webinar. That is right now. What am I going to do? Webinar. Why am I going to do it? Team building, skills. When you teach, you learn. When you learn, you can teach and apply. I mean, this can like cover every single R. When am I going to do it? Well, tonight, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay? The fourth one that I do, I have like 500 things, you guys. Oh yeah, I remember. Let me pull it out. I write everything down. Let me make sure that I have it. Okay, this is it right here. Social Media Adventure. That's on our eSuite. You can subscribe to that. I make sure that I'm all caught up by Saturday evening. So there's mine, Social Media Adventure on my eSuite. Make sure I'm caught up. Make sure I'm participating in that. So, example, what am I doing? Social media adventure. Why am I doing it? Well, it's helping my business because I'm learning concepts, learning how to do social media, which in turn generates revenue. It generating leads, different things like that. When am I going to do it by? Well, Saturday night, every week. I want to make sure that I'm caught up. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? What Key 4 is? Specific things that you're going to do by the end of the week. So now there's a couple things that I want to talk about that we can do for our Key 4 that I wrote down. I will explain to you why we're going to do this. The first one is generating leads. And I think that people struggle with this, and it doesn't need to be something that's hard. Okay? So, Destiny girl, you are up. And I gotta make sure that I unmute you here. Unmute yourself. No, I can't hear you. Try again.
Yeah? No?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay.
Okay. Destiny and I have been talking a lot about generating leads because this is going to revenue, retention, all those R's, it's covered. So, Destiny, we talked about a couple things. And the first one I want you to talk about on how to generate leads is their loyal customer referral program. Go for it.
Right. I mean, if you just tell your loyal customers they can kind of get something out of referring their friends, they're going to do it. I mean, I send them posts that they could possibly send out to their friends. I tell them to share how they feel after taking the product for usually even a week. They can start to feel different. Brittany, who is now a distributor, she referred like 5 people, like as a loyal customer. So I mean, people do it. Like, I've had another loyal customer. She referred like 3 people. I mean, that's free product. That saves them a lot of money. So we all know that they love our apps. Like, come on.
Awesome. Yeah, the loyal customer referral program is something that you don't have to do. Does that make sense? You suggest it. People want free product, and then there's your leads right there.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny, what's another thing that you would like to mention that we talked about today?
Consistency. If you need to be consistent on your Facebook posts, like consistent, be that person. Like if you make a post today and then you don't do it for 2 weeks, like people aren't going to know that you're that person. Like you have to make yourself that person. Just be consistent. Like, I don't know, keep going after those goals. You can't slow down. Just keep it one pace all the time, and that's like go get it pace. Like don't stop, don't slow down. Like be consistent on what you do. I don't know.
And how might being consistent generate leads? Why would that be a lead generator?
People will know that you're that person. Like, they'll know that you haven't quit, because sadly, oftentimes people quit, and if you're not consistently posting, they don't know you're still doing this. When somebody posts in my area looking for wraps on Buy Sell Trades, I get tagged like 3 or 4 times usually, every time. Like, I'm that person. Like, people know that I do this. So, I mean, you just have to make yourself known. Consistency will allow you to be that person that everyone knows to go to. I have distributors referred to me because people will tell them that I know my stuff, and I just think it's because I'm consistent.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's those seeds that you're planting. Mm-hmm. Those people may not join your business that are like tagging you or, you know, telling, hey, Destiny does this. They may not, but it's not about who you know. It's about who they know.
Right.
That's how you generate those leads, and why consistency is super important. Do you have any other ones that you want to talk about?
I don't know. Did I talk about anything else that you can think of?
I feel like it was, but I think it all had to do with each other. So I'm gonna continue forward, and if you want to jump in, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. So those 2 things right there, you guys, loyal customer referral programs and consistency, and along with, you know, consistency is your Facebook and your blitzing. Okay, talking, opening your mouth. That's going to generate leads. And here's one that goes along with these, and I'm going to write it in capital freaking letters. This rocks my world, and if you're not doing it, you totally need to do it. You don't know what it is? Talk to me. Talk to your sponsor. We'll send you the video, and then we'll go over questions. Seductive freaking selling, you guys. This is huge. And for those of you that don't remember what that is, instead of selling, which people hate when you sell to them, instead of selling, you are being the solution to their problem by finding their pain so you can bridge that gap to their promised land. For example, you talk to someone. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you an example from tonight. I saw someone post that they have had migraines, and are they just destined to have migraines for the rest of their life because there's nothing that helps them? I did not comment, but I liked it, and I messaged her and I said, hey girl, I saw that you're having migraines. You know, how are you feeling? Are you doing okay today? Conversation. You're like, well, what have you tried? What's not working for you? You know, that sort of thing. Then I say, she's talking, blah, blah, blah. And I say, well, I know this really awesome girl in my downline who started taking the product, and she doesn't have her migraines anymore. Would you be interested in having a conversation about that? See how that might help you? Do you see how instead of I'm like, you need to buy Confiance and Greens because, oh my gosh, it's going to help you. Instead, you're being like, oh my gosh, that's awful. I'm so sorry. You know, what can I do to help you? And then you offer them a solution. That's what seductive sales is. And I'm going to tell you another quick story too. Using seductive sales makes you a person, makes you real. People will come to you. And I will tell you this, it's really humbling to have that happen. When people just come to you because they know you're not going to push a sale, you are generating a lead with them, you are generating a lead with other people because they know that you know your stuff. Like Destiny says, they know that you know what will help them, and you're not going to push something on them. That's going to generate more leads than you will ever know by doing something like that, okay? So I have a six-step system that Satema Gali Jr., if you're not following him, do it. He's like, oh my gosh, he's so good. And then I learned it from one of his teachees, I guess, Josie, who's a diamond, sideline diamond. I get the amazing opportunity to jump on their calls weekly, and it's freaking awesome. This is where I'm getting these concepts that you can use. And you know, if you think about it, you actually are already doing them, usually. You're doing stuff for your business daily, weekly. You're doing these things, but when you put a tool name, if you will, on something, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I got this. Does that make sense? So I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to talk about these 6 things to do. I think that I'm just going to leave it at seductive sales, because really that's what those things are, on how to generate leads, on how to retain customers, on how to recruit people. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I want to talk about one more thing that you can do for Key 4, and that is charting. So Jenna, I've asked to help me with this. I'm really proud of her for her hard week. Her volume blew me away, and I felt like her team was exactly where I wanted to chart to show you how to chart. So Jenna, if you could unmute yourself, and I'll make sure you're unmuted on my end too. Hey girl, what's up?
I just have my video on, but I look like a bum right now, so you're just going to see a pretty picture of me with my fire red hair.
That's all right, girl. I'm actually going to freeze it, or not freeze it, but make sure that the whiteboard is showing while we talk so that people can see what we're talking about. So, Jenna, what I want from you, if you will, can you tell me your teammates? Who are they?
I have 4 teammates right now in my downline. I have my fiance, Bo.
Okay.
I have my friend Sydney, spelled like Australia, Sydney.
Okay.
My good friend Cece, C-E-C-E, and then Melissa.
Cool. And I know some of these people are new, so welcome. Okay, so charting is to show you how to get to the next rank. And you do so by using your teammates. So at the top, I wrote Jenna's name. Hello, she's a leader. Check her out. Okay? Jenna, what's the first rank after distributor?
Executive, which I plan on hitting by the end of the month.
You got it, girl. So, executive. How do we chart executive? Tell me your two people with the highest volume right now.
My two downlines with the highest volume are Bo and Cece. Cece has 80 volume.
Okay.
And Bo has 465, I believe. So he's a qualified leg.
Cool. And what is your volume currently? If you don't want to share, that's okay.
Oh my goodness,
But your
it's like
bombing. So,
it's 1,000 something. I don't know.
okay, I'm just gonna write 1K up here. So when I chart, I always write volumes down. So Jenna told us Bo here has 465 GV, which made him what, Jenna?
He's a qualified leg.
What's a qualified leg?
A qualified leg is a distributor who just has at least 400 in group volume.
Awesome. So you want to be at 400 GV yourself, and you want your team to be there as well. When you have a downline, such as Jenna, when your distributors have 400 or above, they're qualified legs, and that is how you are able to rank up. So this is how I chart here. Okay, we've got two people. Now she has a bigger team, which is fantastic. We're just going to use these two people here. So, Cece, that's how you say her name, right? I think she's on the call, girl. You rock.
She is.
So she has 80. So what I like to do is I write down what is missing. So, doing my math here, we are missing 320 volume, correct?
Yep.
So now I know we're going to get CC to 400 because we're a team. What do we need to do to get CC to 400? Okay, what are some options that you could do to help CC get to 400, Jenna?
Well, right now, Cece and I are actually having a competition. She challenged me. We challenged one another to get 4 loyal customers and 2 distributors in the next 4 days, and the first person to accomplish it has to buy the other person's product.
Cool. Love it. People thrive on competition.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. So I wrote down challenges, loyal customers, distributors. So now you know, like, hey, if I get a loyal customer, it would benefit Cece and myself, actually. I'm pretending I'm you. If I put the loyal customer here, so say that they ordered, what's something easy? They ordered hair, skin, nails, okay? This new loyal customer. And you put them under CC, for example. You are now, gotta do math here, you guys. What is that? Okay. She's now only here. Does that make sense? When you chart with volume and you know exactly where, now you know where you can work together as a team to help each other, which in turn helps yourself. Okay, so this is how we chart here. Another option you could do is write down, okay, maybe we can help her get 4 loyal customers. So then write down their names so that you know how many you need to fill in. Is this way of charting making sense, guys? Jenna, is it working for you?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think Cece was just flashing me a note that said that she's about to sign 2 distributors.
Girl, this is awesome. We are going to use that, Cece and Jenna. Cece, I hope you don't mind. I know you're awesome, so I know that it's okay, right, that we use you. That's how you chart executive. For those of you that are distributors, oops, I don't know why I erased that. Get with your sponsor and chart to your next level, okay? Because this is where you're going to see, oh my gosh, my team's awesome. How can I help them out? So, Jenna, we are now going to chart you to Ruby. How does that sound, girl?
That sounds fantastic. That's my other goal for the month. I'm pushing myself to see if I can't double promote.
Cool. So executive is 2 qualified distributors underneath you. And Ruby, do you know what it is, Jenna?
I'm pretty sure it's 2 qualified legs and an executive leg, right?
You got it.
Boom.
So I'm going to color code a little bit. This box here is going to be your executive, okay? So this is how we do it. Here's their executive. Remember that executive chart that we drew beforehand, you guys? Here we go. So you told me Cece's about to sign 2 distributors. Why don't we make her your executive just for fun? How does that feel?
That sounds good.
Okay. And who do you want as your 2 other front lines? Just throw out some names.
Bo
Doesn't
and
matter.
Melissa.
Great. Now, I'm not going to necessarily write down volume today, like right now, with this one. But now, Jenna, check this action out. Potential distributor, potential distributor. Holy, dun, dun, dun. There's your Ruby. Okay?
That's group volume, and I can do placements.
Exactly. When you place, this way of charting allows you to see where you can help your team. Because this is not about, I'm going to use myself, this is not about me. This is about you. So same thing, like, it's not about the leader at the top. This is about helping everyone. Because I promise you, if you look at the charting and placing this way, you help others get what they want, you're going to get what you want. Jenna, you're so close, girl. I'm so excited for you.
I'm freaking out, Kelly.
Awesome. Freak out away. That's how we do. Okay, so you guys, this is a Ruby chart. You fill in here, and if they've got volume, write it down. I'm not sure if Melissa has volume, but, you know, this is what we knew first. Write it down. See where you need to help your team, because that's what it's about, changing others' lives. So, girlfriend, your charts look fantastic. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, thank you, Kelly.
Okay, Jenna, thanks for letting us use your team. Your team's awesome. Shout out to everyone on your team and yourself for letting us use them as an example today.
No problem. Thanks, Kelly.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and mute you again here. So you guys, those are 2 examples that we kind of talked a little bit more about on how to do your key 4. Chart. I mean, you can do that. Write it down, check it off. It feels good to check something off when you do it, am I right? So charting shows you how to get to the next level. And you do that by generating leads and using those 4 R's. Now, I'm going to write those down for you because I've had some couple messages about what those are. Retention, revenue, recruiting, and recognition. So we didn't talk a whole ton about this, recognition, but this is really important in your team. And I'm just going to end with a little bit of recognition to the team, myself. Okay? I wanted to wait till next week when it was a new month and like I could see, you know, everyone because we all have huge goals. But I'm just going to go ahead and do what I know right now. Now, if I miss you, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get you next week. So I want to do some shout-outs and recognition. You guys, our team is growing like wildfire. It's amazing. And there are people that have became a new rank. They promoted. There are people that are qualified legs for the first time. And I want to shout out to you guys, okay? Because without you, none of this happens. Does that make sense? Like, you guys are important, and I love you to death. You're amazing people. So now, again, I'm really sorry if I miss you. Our team's growing so fast. I'll grab you next week, I promise. But qualified legs for the first time, Danielle, Crystal, Heather, Jenna, Bo, Dina, the list could go on and on. You guys, you're qualified legs, and some of you for the first time. Most of you for the first time. Holy crap! That's huge. That's a first step to getting to where you want to go. Now, if you're not at qualified, that's okay. We still got time. No sweat, okay? Work, and you can get it. We have 2 executives promoted. Miss Jennifer Behrman, girlfriend. I'm so proud of you. You're so close to Ruby. I dare you to go Ruby this week. You got it. Okay? So congratulations, Jennifer. And Brittany, girlfriend, I haven't even met you yet. Actually, I haven't met Jennifer yet. Oh my gosh, I need to go to Missouri. Brittany, congratulations on your executive. You've been in what, 2 weeks? Ruby's yours. Go get it. I'm so proud of you. This is an awesome example. Destiny is a great example of charting this way. That way we charted, we charted together to her Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond all in one night. And we did it with those, oh, volume's missing here. How can I help them? And guess freaking what? She has 2 people on her team executive now and lots of qualified legs. So congratulations, Jennifer and Brittany, for being executive. I dare you guys to go Ruby. And then Miss Destiny Mantia went Ruby. And I feel like crying about that because I remember talking, I don't know, in 2013 when you signed up, that Ruby was where you wanted to go. And here you are. So congratulations. And I also wanted to shout out to April because she's so close to executive. There's a lot of you so close to executive. There's a lot of you close to qualified legs. This is exciting. Jackie, you're close too. You guys, this is your time. And I am so honored and humbled to be a part of it. I love you all to death. I hope you learned something tonight or refreshed something in your memory. Now I ask for this every week, and I want to tell you why. Post your takeaways from this webinar. And the reason is I want you to realize that you know more than you think you do. Does that make sense? I want you to realize that you are amazing. Posting takeaways shows other people that you learned. It's how we learn. It's how we retain. It's how we can apply things. If you don't post a takeaway, even if you don't post it in the group, but if you're not thinking of something that you learned from things like webinars or things like calls, you're not retaining that information so that you can go out and apply it. So post your takeaways. I love you all. Love you, love you, love you. And next week is a new month, and it's like a fresh start. And we can continue to work our butts off like I know you all are. I love you. Have a good night.